So Blake Ring and I were both brought in about the same time as interns, and we were both, Blake was working with the college students, I was working with the singles ministry. We both had other different responsibility as interns because we were just working 10 hours a week in those first few months that we worked at Ninth and O as interns. But that kept growing as the church growing. Our hours started increasing. They asked us to do more hours. And so it just kept increasing until about 2005, the end of 2005, Dr. Cook came to talk to both of us at different times and ask us if we would come full time. Which means you don't just get to do the things that you did before, just working with college and singles, and both of us took on different ministry roles. Blake ended up helping out ultimately with missions, but I started working with missions at the first. So I was helping out with missions, doing communications, what Mr. Gabe Heineman does now was helping out, doing those kind of things, helping out with the website. So it was a lot of things that was going on our plates as we started full time, and that was all starting in 2006. And so those things have changed, and Blake took on more of a role in the education missions department, and I took on the college students. About 8 years ago, a lot of those switches happened where I took on the college students as well. And so also took on the men's ministry and taking care of our security. So that's basically two major things are college and singles, and then also I help out with our men's ministry and security ministry at the church. Anytime I think of powerful, miraculous God things in our lives, I always think about salvation. God did work in my life when I was 9 years old and I got saved. So I kind of think about those things evangelistically, and also being able to see that as a pastor is an awesome thing and be encouraged by that. And one of those ways is through outreach. We did Grow, a thing called Grow was an outreach we did on Tuesday nights. And we were out doing a Grow visit, and we knocked on the wrong door. And what's crazy about that is that wrong door ended up being us leading somebody to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. And that person still attends here today, which is kind of crazy to see. And that was, I think, probably about 2006, 2007. The other ones that are, as a pastor, sometimes you forget we have families too, that we get to see and God work in their lives. And I've got to see both of my children come to know Christ, and that is miraculous, and I've got to baptize them.
I came to Ninth and O on staff in 2016, and that process really began about 6 or so months prior to that, maybe a little more. We actually were in Florida at the church there, and we're coming home for Thanksgiving. And Monday of Thanksgiving week, we were loading the car actually to come back up here, and I got a text message from Dr. Cook asking about my resume. So I sent that over to him, and over the next few weeks began some conversations with him, and he asked if I would be interested in considering the worship pastor position. I said, well, let me think about it. Yes, I would be interested in that. And so the Lord began to lead our family back to Louisville, and we have just been so delighted to be a part of Ninth and O again, and just to be a part of the ministry here. One of the things that I've really enjoyed seeing God do in my time here at Ninth and O is the way that He's developed the worship ministry. When I came, I inherited a ministry that was in a good place with a lot of very talented people. And it's just been fun to watch over these last several years as God has brought more people into the ministry, as some of those people who were with us originally have moved on to other things, and we still have many of those people still serving in the ministry now. But it's a joy each and every week to serve with this team, these talented people who use their gifts not for their own glory, but to glorify Jesus and to minister to our church. It makes my job really easy. I couldn't do it without them. They could probably do it without me, but it's such a joy to serve with them every week.